Hi guys, Neff here, and today we are taking a look at the EVVA Dual Lock. Pretty cool lock. Two banks of sprung sliders down the side. You can see the fingers sticking out there. The key has bitting down either side, just like that. Now this lock was the precursor, my understanding is, to the EVVA ICS, which also has a double bank of sliders, but it looks quite a bit different. And they also added a top pin stack. I think that's 3 pins deep. So that's kind of interesting. If anybody's been watching my channel for a while, you'll remember that the ICS was one of the not necessarily hardest picks I can ever remember doing, but definitely the longest. It took me a full hour to pick that on video, and I was never able to shorten it up. Now the duel itself was pretty tough. It took me a couple weeks, and eventually I just put it down. It was getting way too difficult, and I didn't want to progressive pin the entire thing. I just wanted to go as far as taking a couple sliders out, or taking the sidebar out, and I just couldn't get it. Well, I picked it up today, and all of a sudden everything finally clicked into place, and I was finally able to get it open. So let's see if we can do it on video for you. I'll get her loaded up in the vise, see how it goes. Alrighty guys, we got her locked up in place here. There's the bitting for it in case you want to get another look at that. One big max lift there on the right. I'm sure you saw that second one. Hopefully I'll get that one done one day. That one has quite a few max lifts. I hear the more max lifts there are, the harder it is. Just be using this piece of wiper insert I bent real thin. It's going to go right in the bottom there. And then I think this is, it's my 25 thousandths. I would call it like a medium hook, but it's actually the longest hook I've got. Let's see if I can get my arm on around here without messing up the camera angle. There we go. Alright, so we're going to go counterclockwise, see what we can do here. Left side first. I don't really get a ton of clicks in the beginning. You can, but eventually it helps to learn what to, I guess, preset is the word. A couple little clicks on 2. 1 and 2 are set. 4 and 5. I pushed 3 up a little bit too, so it's probably set. 4 and 5 are minimal lift or no lift actually. So then I go to the back and I pull back until I get to that last pin. Sometimes it's hard for me to find my way around it. Trying to get that last one lifted, and I actually was not on it. I was on 5. Should drop as I get 6 here though. Alright, so we got 6 pushed up a little bit. A lot of rechecking because things like to pop out. Alright, little click on 3. That one into place. So we're going to go under 4, under 5. Let's get 6 there. Alright, we got to click on 6 with some core movement. 6 still doesn't really feel set. Sometimes I can get it now. Sometimes I actually have to go back to it after setting some stuff on the right. No, actually we got it. We lifted her up just a little bit more. 6 is in place. Alright, let's move on to the right side here. This one binds from the back. Lots of tension. That's just me skipping off of it. No clicks yet. Trying to get lined up. Alright, that was a click on 5. I'm going to go back to 6, see if we can get that one. That one just needs bumped up just a little bit. It actually feels like it might be good. I might have hit it while I was hitting 6 on the left side. Sometimes it's tough. Sometimes you do hit them both. I haven't had that problem a ton, but it can happen. Alright, we're moving back to 4. That's my maximum lift on the right. So we're up into a false gate. Slowly easing our way up. I just got more core rotation, and I believe we set 4. I'm going back to 5 and 6 to check them out. 5 needs messed with. Eventually you feel, basically with a jiggle test, what you need out of them, what feels right. And it took me a while to get that figured out. Alright, 3 feels like it's set, and because 4 is a max lift, that usually gets set while I'm doing 4. So let's see if we're done. 1 on the right usually finishes it off if I'm done. And we are done. That's probably the fastest I have ever picked it, so there we go. She's spinning. Oh, I think I just messed it up. Yeah, it's alright. Well, guys, I'm going to go ahead and pause this for a minute, see if I can start back up in a few more minutes and get the guts out for you. Alrighty, guys, we got her figured out. I had to repick one side, but because it was in a backwards sidebar section, it was a real annoying problem. Let me make sure I'm turning this the right way. We're going to close it up. Alright, we're closed the correct way. We already got the ring off of it. It sucks not to be done in one take, but I have no reason to lie about it. So you can thank Rain on the LPU Discord for this. It's called a gut key. I had to redesign it myself. Sorry, let me get the focus fixed here. I had to redesign it myself because for some reason my there we go. My slicer didn't want to read it, and printing from the bottom up, it just didn't want to work, and I couldn't get the shape right. So what I did was I redesigned it to where it could just print from the side, and it fits in there a little loose because it only gets one side of the keyway, but it works just fine. So what that does is it holds up the sliders for when you gut it, and I'm going to show you why. Oop. So what popped out there is the anti-bump feature from the top of that. So hopefully I didn't lose the spring, but we'll see. So we'll slowly pull this out here, hold all the sidebars. Now if you look down the cylinder, you can see all those ridges. The sliders, even when the key's in it, the sliders will catch on that because they'll go up and down into it based on the height of it. So that's quite annoying. Let's get this thing pulled apart here. There's my tweezers. Alrighty, we'll go ahead and get it gutted for you. Alrighty guys, here's what we got. So it is a dual sidebar equipped block. Here's the sidebars for each side. You can see the springs down in it, real small little springs. And the teeth to bite on the sliders, which, let's see if we can, I've not seen any of them mastered, so, but if you look, you can see even from the side, you'll be able to see there's only one deep cut in each of these. Let's get this one turned around so you can see that one too. One deep cut near the bottom on that one. All right, and so what we got is kind of what I'm familiar with from, I think the ICS looks a lot like this too, or maybe it's the WSW, but pretty standard, slider design with false gates. Let's get some zoom, some focus here. Well, sorry about that. There we go. Apologies. All right, so got your false gates. That's where it bites in. And then you've got your true gate, and that's when you do your jiggle test. You'll feel it, be able to tell. That's all you got to do. Pretty standard stuff. One thing I'm noticing, if you look down there, you see that circle. The fingers are press fit into there, so these aren't cut out of one piece. That's the finger part where you pick, and you can see it's been press fit into it. And same thing for the side that interacts with the spring. It looks like it's been press fit into there too. So that's kind of interesting. And I did it like this, so this would be the left side and the right side. And this is actually the bottom of it, and you can see the springs for it. And I pulled, let's move that. I pulled one spring out. They're pretty long. Oh God, and I just flipped it. Yeah, well, what are you gonna do? First you brick it, then you spring a spring. All right, there we go. So there's the spring, pretty long. Got a little cat hair on it. There's that, and I'm gonna try and hold the springs in here while I'll show you that anti-bump feature, which is right here. I was trying to get the spring out, but you can see the ridges of it in there. But that doesn't really affect picking. I just saw the guys on LPU say that that was an anti-bump feature. And that is what this is. Looks like a little tuning fork dealio. Just goes right in the top of it there. And here is the cylinder itself. You can see those ridges a little bit better. This thing is very, very annoying to gut without having that gut key. So Rain, I appreciate you designing that, and I'm glad I was able to use that. Alrighty guys, thanks for watching. Any comments, questions, suggestions, or feedback, I'm happy to hear it. Y'all have a great night.